This is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be demonstrating how to knit this beautiful called the brick stitch. Here are some pictures. I wanted to show you this stitch for years and today is the day. This is an old vintage stitch that has been around. You can knit anything with this. You can knit baby blankets, you can make hats, you can knit anything you want. And here is one of the beautiful, gorgeous looking hat. So to get started, you need to cast on total multiple of 4 stitches. And for demonstration, I'm just going to show you how to knit with a baby dishcloth using cotton yarn, and this is how it looks like. I do have pictures for a baby blanket, but at this point when I'm looking I couldn't find it. So cast on to a multiple of 4 stitches, and let's get started on how to knit this gorgeous the brick stitch. Okay, so I cast on total of 28 stitches, like multiple of 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to be knitting the first row. To knit this stitch, the brick stitch, you need at least 2 different colors. You can knit your scrap yarn if you have leftovers. It would be perfect to get rid of those. I'm collecting a bag. I have a small bag at the moment, so I am planning to knit those with this the brick stitch. So I'm just gonna knit. So the first row is the knit. You can make a border if you want. Knit 5 rows to create, but I'm going straight to the pattern, to the stitch, the brick stitch. So if you want to make a border, you can knit 4 rows and then start this stitch. But the wrong side is going to be knit, so when you look at the front, it's going to be looking a purl stitch on the front. And then when we come back to the second row, what we're going to do is we're going to add our second color to create this, to start the stitch. I remember when I was, I don't know, 10 years old, 10, not 8. I used to see kids wear vests in Turkey with this stitch. So this is not a new stitch. It's a very old stitch, and it's been around for years and years. And it looks nice. For baby blankets, you can use a variegated yarn and use one plain color yarn in the variegated yarn, and knit a baby blanket. And I will also be demonstrating how to crochet the stitch. There's a crochet version as well, how to crochet this stitch if you know how to crochet. So please wait for my next week tutorial. Okay, so we're on the second row, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this mustard yarn. It's cotton. So I'm just going to make a knot, just like this here, and pull this all the way. Just like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be knitting 3 stitches. Knitting with the mustard yarn, sorry. Where are you? Here we are. Okay. I think it's a little bit blurry. Let me fix this. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to knit the first stitch, the second stitch, the third stitch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip this without knitting. I'm going to knit this stitch, 2, 3. I'm going to slip this stitch, I'm going to knit 3 stitches and slip this stitch, the 4th stitch, just like this, all the way to the end. One, 2, 3, slip. 1, 2, 3, slip. 1, 2, 3. If you want, you can slip it. It's up to you. Okay, so, or you just knit it. Yeah, I would knit it. It wouldn't look right at the end. Just knit this last stitch, just like this. Maybe add another extra stitch, yeah, to crease, so you won't have any trouble. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we're going to knit these color purl-wise yarn on the front, and then we're going to skip this one. That's what we did on the previous row. So knit this and then skip this one. So knit these 3 stitches and skip this one. Knit this one, these 3 stitches, yarn on the front, and skip this one. Just like this, all the way to the end. Skip this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're done. Row 2. Now we're going to knit row 4. For row 4 and row 5, we're going to be knitting with this burgundy yarn. Just like this. So we're going to knit 2 rows. Okay, so we're going to knit this one, this first one. We're going to knit all these stitches yarn on the back. Just like this. Oops, sorry, my circular needle is, the wire is touching the board and it's making that noise. Let me hold it. Yeah. So we're just knitting just like this, yarn on the back. These are my scrap yarns that I have, so I'm just knitting with them, see? And the stitches be coming. Okay, and knit the last stitch, and then we're going to turn our work and we're going to knit same what we knitted. This is how it looks like. It's not a versatile pattern stitch, so you can't use both sides. It's the front and the back, you can see the difference. So we're going to knit this stitch. I'm knitting the edges as well. If you don't want to, if you're knitting. I'm planning to knit myself a cardigan out of this stitch, black and white, using black and white eyelash yarn I have. In my stash I have plenty of black, so I'm planning to knit. But I don't know when. I have so many projects, working projects around the house. I just found I'm going to be demonstrating the stitch that I have started, I don't know, 20 years ago, and I put it in one of the bags and I forgot about it. But now it's very famous. Yeah, so I want to do a tutorial on that one as well. 20 years ago, I just couldn't believe it. Found it in my project bags that I had. I started project bags 20 years ago. So it's not a new thing to me. That's why I don't like bags, because you put it away and you forget about it, because it's in fabric bags and you can't see them. I like the vinyl ones that you can see inside. Okay, so we are done this stitch. This is all to it. Okay, just let me finish and I'll show you. I will show you how it looks like. Ta-da! See? Doesn't this look nice? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, but we're going to move. We're going to move these here into the middle. Okay? To do that, we're going to knit. So instead of knitting with, we did knit 3 with the mustard color, we're going to knit 3, 4, 5. We're going to knit 5 and move this around. Just like that. Okay, let me just grab my other end. So this is going to stay just like this. So we're knitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to skip this one as we did in the row 1. As you can see, so this is a 4 row repeat. Well, 4, then you knit another 4, so it's an 8 row repeat. If you move it around, move these the bricks around. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then move this without slipping that one. So again, in the middle, we're knitting 3 stitches. Just the beginning was 5 too. So we can move it just like this. 1, 2, 3, and move this. Again, 1, 2, 3. And slides the stitch, just 1, not 2. 1, 2, and then we have 2 left here, 2 stitches, so knit those. Remember, we had 4 here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to repeat what we did on the back of the, I'm getting tangled here, the yarns are, Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit. Actually, I'm going to purl yarn on the front. Same. So I am knitting 1, 2. Then I am sliding this one just like this. 1, 2, 3. Sliding this one. 1, 2, 3. Sliding this one. One, 2, 3. Sliding just like this. It's a very easy pattern, and I hope I am sure you are going to make a lot of things with this stitch. If you have lots of yarn, I would suggest to make Afghan, baby blanket, cardigan, sweaters with this stitch. And it's really fun to knit. Okay, so I have knit the last stitches and we're done with the mustard. So I'm going to grab my burgundy and we're going to knit 2 rows, the front and the back, with this stitch. And this is how it looks like so far. Doesn't this look nice? Yeah, and I like the purl because when you knit the 2 sides, it gives you that separation between the mustard and the burgundy. I think it looks nice. Yeah, I have a knot here. Just going to tangle this and go from there. I'll be right back. Okay. Took me a while to get to untangle that knot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to knit 2 sides, the wrong side and the right side and the wrong side with the same yarn to create this bump. And then we're going to come back to what we did on the first. So this is just a repeat. So you repeat 1, and then you do the second, and then you come back to the 1, and then you use at least two different colors. I am planning also to make a baby blanket using a variegated yarn in the middle, and then using a plain yarn for the burgundy, and I'm sure it's going to turn out good, but it's all time consuming. For the tutorial, I couldn't show you how to do that, to knit the blanket, because I have other plans of knitting baby blankets. But for this stitch, I just wanted to show you how to knit this, the brick stitch, and it's very easy and simple, and you can knit anything you want with this stitch. Use casting on multiple of 4 stitches, and you just start on the pattern. And I would advise you to make a border, knit both sides, the wrong side and the right side, and then also knit maybe 4 or 3 stitches on the edges if you're going to be knitting a baby blanket. I had a difficult time trying to get that stitch for some reason. Okay, it happens. So I am knitting the wrong side as well. And this is all to it. I think I was 10 when I first knitted this stitch. Yeah, when you're learning, you start with the easy things, right? This dishcloth. You don't knit big items, but I like this stitch because you don't wrap around moving the yarn. You just slip it, and this is the back, and ta-da, this is the front of the stitch, and this is how you knit this stitch. This part is a little bit big, but don't worry, because when we do the border, I'm going to do the border on this one, and this is how you knit this stitch. So I'm going to be starting this row again. I'm just going to grab my mustard yarn, and it's tangled here. Okay, I need to get those short ones. I have somewhere in the house those short needles that I have somewhere in the house, but don't know where they are. Okay. Okay, I need this yarn to be on the other side on my, yeah, when you're, it would be easy if you put the resting yarn on your left side, right side. Okay, so I'm grabbing my mustard and I need to put this here. You need to figure out where to rest the yarn that you're not knitting with. And then you just knit 1, 2, 3, same as we did on the first row, and you skip this one. I'm knitting Angora shrugs, bridal shrugs, and I have Angora everywhere, even on this yarn. Just grabs the cotton, see? These are all Angora rabbit yarn that all over. Here, skip this third one, fourth one, knit 3, and skip, knit 3. So I'm going to let you go how to knit this stitch, and this is how you knit this stitch, and the stitch is already out there. You can see it. Doesn't this look lovely? I just love how it looks. And these two colors really worked out pretty good. Yeah, so 3, skip the 4th. I can't let it go. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I want to post this on YouTube, and that will take hours. That's why I'm trying to make short tutorials, so it takes time to load on YouTube. Oops, skip 1, don't skip 2. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna knit the last stitch. And this is how you knit the brick stitch. I hope you liked this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Share it with your family and friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm almost 17,000 subscribers on my channel. I have, and I am proud of myself. Since 2009, I've been doing tutorials. But this last 2 years I've been focusing more, as you can see, and I'm trying to make tutorials every week if I can't, because if you haven't seen my post yet, that means that I had something going on, and it's taking me time to post it on my load it on my laptop and post it on my YouTube. So please I hope you liked this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Share it with your family and friends again. And happy knitting!